If you are someone who constantly overthinks, is second guessing themselves, and looking outside of themselves for answers, then this video is absolutely for you. My name is Julia. I am a certified Dharma life coach and have 6 years of corporate HR experience under my belt. Today, we are diving into self trust and why it can feel so far away sometimes to attain, and what the nervous system has to do with it, along with two beginner friendly practices to help you start rebuilding that self trust again. So many of us have been told the narrative that if you just trust yourself enough, that everything will fall into place or you will be able to achieve anything. But have you ever felt confident going into something, and then once you're confronted with that thing, the presentation, the conversation, whatever it is, you freeze up and suddenly you can't deliver or perform the way that you expected? The truth that I have learned from my own self trust journey and my clients is that you cannot think your way into self trust if your body does not feel safe. If your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight, then your thoughts will keep spinning into perfectionism, fear of feeling shame or rejection, even if you intellectually know better. This is your brain trying to protect yourself, and that isn't a mindset problem at its core. That is your nervous system yearning for safety. Self trust is about being able to hear that inner voice. And this isn't the negative Nancy, but that inner voice that is your true, authentic self or your inner compass, and feel safe enough to follow that voice. Everyone experiences self trust to some degree, though for some, it's definitely deeper than others. I'll share some common patterns that I've seen with myself and/or my clients. Let me know if any of these sound like you by chance. Maybe during your upbringing, you were praised for being the easy kid or low maintenance. Thus, you eventually learned to suppress your needs to fit into that box. Perhaps you were called overly sensitive growing up, and that caused you to eventually second guess every feeling that you've had. Maybe you've tried so hard to cover up or mask your natural energy by over preparing, over performing, just to try to line up with expectations that weren't even built for your brain. Maybe you were constantly criticized or emotionally neglected by a caregiver when you were younger. Or perhaps you grew up in survival mode because of loss, financial struggles, abuse, maybe community level trauma. Hearing or looking at those, whether you experienced them or maybe something similar, of course, this person, maybe yourself, would not trust themselves. And perhaps this is why decision making feels so heavy or exhausting. This does not have to be permanent. You absolutely have the power to make the change if you are willing. Again, mindset work will be a part of it, but what we would ideally start with is nervous system regulation. For some, you might be able to do this alone. For others, it might be particularly beneficial to seek out a professional who is trained in these areas. Since nervous system work can go pretty deep, deep traumas are all stored in our bodies. So it might be beneficial to have a professional facilitate in that. But as promised, before we go, I am going to give you two practices that will support you when you are having that difficulty trusting yourself. These exercises help you tune into your body and your environment, especially when your mind starts latching on to that rumination and you start feeling those sensations in your body telling you that you are not safe when you actually are. For the first exercise, we are going to tune into our body and use our five senses. You'll start by putting one hand on your heart, the other hand on your stomach. Take 2 deep breaths. I normally do 4 counts in, 6 counts out. Then to yourself or aloud, Identify 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. You can do this anytime, anywhere. This may be simple, but it's actually proven neuroscience. This helps show your body that no, you are not actually frozen and you are safe, and moves you away from that fight or flight response. The other practice is to simply ask yourself, what is one thing that I can do next? Again, we are shifting ourselves out of this survival mode. We are showing ourselves that we are actually safe. We are not frozen. So, in that moment, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do? This is not about finding a perfect next action. There are many things that you can do in any situation. Let's say you're at work, have to make a decision that is activating this feeling of not being safe in your body. In that case, you can get up, get a glass of water, go outside, get some sun, maybe take a short walk outside. It may sound like small, insignificant steps, but one step at a time, self trust will be rebuilt. If you have been in your head wrestling with self doubt, this is a reminder that there is nothing wrong with you and you have the power within yourself to make changes. Again, it is about continuing to show up for yourself, showing yourself and your body that you are actually safe, one step at a time. Thank you truly for being here. I am so proud of you for even having the curiosity to explore this. I would love to continue walking this path together. I'll be sharing more on how to connect to your intuition or that inner voice and your inner calm so that you can show up in life more grounded and centered. I have so many tools in my toolkit that have also had such a significant impact on my clients. So I'm really excited to share about those as well. Feel free to subscribe if you would like to get notifications about my future videos.